Okay, so here's a function for a company that manufactures radios. R is the number of radios, and C of R is the cost to manufacture R radios. It says there's a startup cost and then a cost per radio. It wants to know about the 5.25 and what that represents. Well, it's clear here that this represents sort of a linear function or an arithmetic sequence where the startup cost is $125 and then you're going to be adding $5.25 per radio. So you multiply that by the number of radios. We could represent it like this, $125 and then you're adding $5.25 for every radio. But either way, it's pretty clear here that the $5.25 represents the amount spent to manufacture each radio. So that's choice 3. Okay. And number 10, it says what are the roots of this equation? That means solve. So we're going to add 16 to both sides in preparation to get a perfect square. Take half of 4, square it. That's 2 squared is 4. You add that to both sides. Okay, now you get x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 20. You factor this into x plus 2 squared is equal to 20. And now we're going to take the square root of both sides, remembering that the thing in the middle, x plus 2, could either equal the positive version or the negative version of 20. So we get that the x plus 2 equals the plus or minus square root of 20. We subtract 2 from both sides to finish the solution. We get x is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 20. When we look at the choices, however, we don't see that as one of the choices. And that's because this isn't written in simplest radical form, the square root of 20. It can be simplified. So if you come over here, you're looking for the largest perfect square that goes into 20, which happens to be 4. The square root of 20 can be broken up into the square root of 4 times the square root of 5, and the square root of 4 is 2. So the square root of 20 can be rewritten as 2 times the square root of 5. So in the end, we get x is equal to negative 2 plus or minus 2 times the square root of 5, and that is choice 2.